Hello everybody and welcome back. It's Asa the Greek, and today... Oh, we already started playing. We're continuing, I guess. Despairtime, episode 8 of chapter 1. Last time we started the class trial. I didn't expect that. I thought it was going to have an investigation episode, but we started the class trial. Sadly, it's not fully voiced. That's a bit unfortunate. I was kind of hoping it was going to be fully voiced, but it isn't. We did start the class trial. We got some alibis. David is a bit suspicious. Wit is a bit suspicious. Min, for me, is a bit suspicious. Everyone's thinking that Terrico killed Xander, so I'm curious to see how we're gonna change this around. So let's see. Let's not waste any more time. Except it's the longest we've seen so far, so I don't want to take too long on this. Because it's already gonna be long, right? Let's see. I don't like that the quality is like this. How old is this video? It's still 3 years old. I hope the quality in the future episodes is better, because like this is still kind of like blurry. I killed Xander? Don't be dumb. Aren't you all jumping to conclusions too fast? We've barely discussed this case. We have all talked while you were unconscious, and we came to the conclusion that you were most likely Xander's murderer. Yeah, I saw how she was looking at her. It's a good thing we did too. Exactly how long were you going to needlessly drag out this trial? Hang on, you've got it all wrong. How am I Xander's killer? Seriously? You were at the scene of the crime with a murder weapon in your hand. How much more obvious can you get? Not to mention, you admitted moments ago to meeting up with Xander privately in the computer lab where his body was found. You were the last person with him. Oh, you give us time for this? Come on. How do you convince them not to? It doesn't make me the killer. Xander was the one who asked me to meet up in the computer lab. Do you have any evidence to back up that claim? Any witnesses to Xander saying that? I don't. But still you have to believe me. Xander's the one who brought the knife and attacked me with it. That knife was taken from the kitchen so he could have access to it at any time. But so did you, though. That means little. If anyone could have taken the kitchen knife, then it just easily could have been you who took it.
Even so.
Ignoring the fact that you have no proof to back up any of your statements so far, even if Xander was the one to strike first, couldn't the two of you have got into a fight that killed him? For example, he could have threatened you, so you pulled out your own weapon in self-defense and fought him, winning in the end, resulting in the two of you suffering stab wounds. This is very wrong. This is not the case. Because clearly you can see that Xander has only one wound, and that is on his neck. That is not something that you do in like a fight. This is an ambush. And also, we saw that Xander is incredibly strong. Terrico would not be able to beat this man in a fight. He broke the fucking desk by doing arm wrestling with Ace. He opened the elevator door with ease. Levi couldn't do that. This is a stupid statement, Veronica. I'm sorry. Oh, Levi's next to her. After he stabbed me, I fell unconscious. I don't know what happened afterwards, and I definitely didn't kill him. Don't bother lying. You think you can trick us that easily? I mean, think about the crime scene. It's obvious that there was a fight between the two of you. That makes you the killer. No. No, Ace. Everyone, you got it all wrong. I swear I'm not the killer. Can you explain... Oh, this is a new sprite. Can you explain why you had the murder weapon when your body was discovered? I'm not too sure. You can explain it. That whoever killed Xander put it on my hand while I was unconscious. Simple as that. The killer's trying to frame me. I'm not too sure at this point in time, but... Terrico, wake up. I need you to log in right now. Eden, be useful. Say something. Oh my god, we have Eden. The survivor. The, believer. Yeah, well, I don't. Let's return to the original topic, which was established in a sequence of events. That should clear up any confusion. Everyone was together at dinner. Terrico and Xander were there too. Nico, we've been done this. If Terrico's story is to be believed, both Terrico and Xander met in the computer lab after dinner. They did. We saw that. Either Terrico or Xander brought a knife from the kitchen and also made the first move, attacking the other party. I suppose it doesn't matter who acted first in the end, although I can say that I'm not curious. It's most probable that Terrico attacked first, But it's not out of the question for Xander to have made the first move, with the murder weapon switching hands between the two of them during the fight. Well, this guy's not there. This is the most stupid statement out there. How? I understand saying that, oh, Terrico ambushed this guy and killed him without him noticing. If your main theory is that Terrico overpowered Xander in a fight, this is crazy. Ace should know that Terrico is not stronger than Xander, because then, was it Ace? Was it Terrico and Ace who were trying to... Yeah, it was Terrico and Ace who were trying to open the elevator door and they couldn't do it. And Xander just... whoop. Everyone was there when he broke Ace's arm. Like, how are you all stupid and saying, oh yeah, Terrico clearly overpowered Xander in the fight. How? Is she like the Supergirl? Who is she? Captain Marvel? How did she overpower him? Like, what? That is a stupid statement. Even, like... Whoever attacked him first, the result is a fight between the two of them that end up in Xander's death and Terrico falling unconscious. If it was a fight, Terrico would be dead, 100%. It's the fact that Xander didn't have it in him to actually go through with it. He stabbed her and then he got scared after seeing her reaction. And he backed away, because he wasn't the bad guy. Xander suffered a stab wound in the throat that killed him, while Terrico received a stab wound in the lower abdomen and fell unconscious. Yes, that is true. No, that's not true. What I'm saying, that these are the injuries. Then Arturo and I discovered the body at 8 PM. We all know what happened after that. That story doesn't explain all of the evidence at the crime scene. What about the strange DVD of the water on the ground? True. Does it even matter? Maybe someone was watching some videos and there was a water leak. Big whoop. Stop grasping at straws. Alright, you're not smart, huh? It's like, oh, evidence? Who cares?
Wait just a second.
You're making a huge mistake. Someone needs to back...
I didn't
There we
kill
go.
Xander.
Let's vote already and put this right behind us. Maybe his wit did it and he wants to get out. Seconded. This case is too obvious. All the evidence points to her. Wow, that was fast. That was at like 10 minutes. Stop, please wait for a moment. You're all wrong. I need someone to show up and be like, hey, wait a minute. I didn't kill Xander.
Everyone.
Should we hear her out? He cannot... There's no way our last line of defense is Eden. You have to be kidding me. You have to... I'm making sure that I'm recording. There's no way that last line of defense is Eden. I'm truly sorry, Terrico, but I know that you're upset for having been caught, but we have to do this. If we don't vote for who the blackened is, we all die. Charles has not said a word. Brother, please, back us up here. My boy, Charles. My boy, Levi. Why are my dudes not acting like they're not talking? Say something, Levi, come on!
You'll all die? That's why you're voting for me?
No, never mind. Maybe she'd be only...
You're doing this because you don't want to die? Seriously?
Okay, so couldn't they have done that from the start? That's kind of creepy.
Alright, fine. Go ahead and vote for me. If you want to end your life that badly, go ahead.
What the fuck is happening? What the fuck? Terrico, you're turning into the... What? Terrico is crashing out! She's doing the... Oh, you think you found me? Well, how did you find me? It's the switch... The killer switch is like, oh, wait, I'm cornered? Hold on, let me just completely go on the offensive so that I don't look suspicious. I like the voice acting, though.
Terrico?
Okay, now we go into the voice acting.
Have you completely...
Couldn't you have done that from the start?
I think the stress of this
There we go. Now this feels more like a trial. Come on, let's see the emotion.
I suppose that it's my fault for not anticipating
I think she's the
this.
mastermind still.
Xander pretended to be my friend, and then
Yep.
betrayed me to try and end my life. You all are the same.
Yep.
Without thinking about it, without any concern for my life, you want to call me Xander's killer? I got my hopes up thinking we could all work together. But then again, I'm always making that same mistake.
I forgot who Terrico's voice actress is, but they're doing a good work. If there's a few lines I'm forgetting. I agree with Terrico. This is kind of stupid. Like, how are you gonna say... Oh yeah, I don't want to die. I'm gonna vote Toriko. Brother, did you investigate? What about the water, bro? What? Well, there's stuff. It can't be a coincidence. Oh, you found some stuff on the murder area or the crime scene. Oh, yeah, it's irrelevant. No, investigate, dude. What? I don't want to die.
Over and over and over. I'm a fool for trusting.
All right. Oh, I just noticed it has like a TV screen.
I'm such an
older
idiot,
one,
it makes
but-
me laugh. Why did I ever think I could be friends with you all here? Why did I think everything could be normal? I shouldn't have ever put my trust in anyone at all.
Are we? Am I covering two fangans where the protagonist ends up being the antagonist?
Naruto, please.
I did not expect that switch up.
Putting me in this situation, you leave me no choice. I'll have to prove my innocence.
Yes.
I'll show you all why.
There we go, Toriko. Oh, we're back to this. Okay. They were like, okay, we can only do so much voice acting. Now we're back to not much. I must say, your apparent lapse in sanity is concerning at best, and doesn't do much to help your case. It would benefit you to work on your charisma. Yeah, bro, let's see your charisma. Hype us up. Give us a reason to continue this.
Do you have any?
Regardless, how exactly do you plan to prove to us that you aren't the killer? She pulls out a gun. You don't even have any ideas, do you? No, but... There we go, Wit! Pop off. What? I got some important evidence that'll put this trial at rest. Do you think it's Wit actually the killer?
Irritating.
You, of all people, bearing important evidence. I have to laugh.
Okay, so the thing is.
Oh. They tricked us thinking this is actually fully voiced by us. I know that I was doing other stuff during the investigation, and I also only looked at the crime scene for a total of like 30 seconds, but I can make that all up for right now. Okay, all right. Cook, Wit. You admitted yourself that you didn't investigate at all. How could you possibly have anything useful to tell us?
Check
You
it
guys all
out.
remember that each of us have custom weapons left in our bedrooms, right? I have a record of who has what weapon exactly. You do? Did you steal Charles's list? Because I feel like Charles went and make a list. Oh,
You guys should pause and read this carefully, because it's probably going to be
breaking the
useful.
fourth wall. All right, let's see the list. Oh, what is this handwriting? This has to be Charles' handwriting. So Toriko has a hunting knife. Veronica has horror collection. That's so useless. Alexander has a pistol, but we know that it's fake. Julia. Oh my god, her name's Julia. I'm like, who the fuck is Julia? Jay's name is Julia? Nah. Julia's a pretty name, though. Universal Remote, we knew that. David has a megaphone. Kind of useless. Rose has a... What is that? Turpentine. What does that do? I don't know. Will has a stationery. I don't know what that is either. Arturo has a scalpel. Levi has brass knuckles. Okay, that makes sense. Eden has a wrench. Okay. Min has a pen. Aray has a rope for some reason. Ace has riding crop. I don't know what that is. Nico has a laser pointer. And who has wire? True, Turko has the hunting knife, so why would she use the kitchen knife? That's true. That's very true. Veronica and Ace, and I was gonna say that maybe Arturo with a scalpel. But like, when did he move out of the room? Veronica would have seen him. What's the stationery, bro? I don't know.
Wow.
Wait, I guess you are good for something after all. And you didn't bring this up
Seriously?
earlier? How responsible are you? You all sure have weird ways of phrasing thank you, but I appreciate it nonetheless. I am grateful for this, Wit. I'm sure this evidence will be greatly helpful to the trial. How did you get your hands on something like that? Let's just say I got it from a friend. Yeah, it's Charles' list. Why is he not talking? What happened? Did Charles get a sabbatical or something? Like, why is he not talking? He has not moved at all. He took the list from Charles, and Charles has not said anything. I have to be honest though, some of these so-called weapons are really weird. Yeah, they are, yeah. In what quarter does a laser pointer count as a weapon? Or a collection of horror movies? Or a megaphone? Those movies are a devastating psychological weapon. If you saw them, you would know. I almost died watching them. Alright, Ace, calm down. No, you only passed out because you were scared. You were not in danger at any point. Maybe in a fantasy world, you could use this megaphone to shoot robot bears. Haha, haha, get it? Because it's all the despair girls. That was funny. Okay, that was funny. What are you talking about? Okay, let's all stay on topic, please.
How interesting.
Jericho, your weapon is a knife, and the murder weapon is also a knife. Don't you think that's too much of a coincidence to be ignored? Yeah, but the one says hunting knife, and the weapon was a kitchen knife. Read, you have 7 eyes. 7 eyeballs. Use them. Veronica has now been like, she has been doing worse for me right now this trial. Are you serious? The murder weapon was clearly a knife taken from the kitchen. I am well aware, but have you heard of the concept of priming? What? It's a psychological phenomenon in which exposure to one stimulus influences how someone will react to later related stimuli. Where are you getting at? I don't get it. Explain. Speak. In other words, I'm saying that the fact that your custom weapon was a knife influenced you to pick a kitchen knife as your murder weapon. Okay, so why not pick the actual knife that she had? Yeah, that is speculation. So what? That still makes you suspicious. Not to mention you still have absolutely no evidence to back up any of your made-up stories. You guys are all gonna look so stupid when this is over. Veronica's right. You probably took a kitchen knife to look less suspicious. I do have evidence to support my point. If we continue discussing this, you'll see that I'm telling you the truth. Okay, Tergo, you can't say you have evidence where you don't have evidence. You don't have anything. Oh, we actually have Nonstop debates. What? Use the pause button to pause the video. Alright, that's funny. Okay, that's funny. Use the pause button to pause the video and the play button to play the video. It's just located in the lower left of your screen. Okay, alright. That's funny. It makes you think that you gotta play, but this is a show. You don't play. Wow, you can adjust the volume. Yeah. Finally, if the moving text is too hard to read, please turn on captions for transcription of this or any other minigame. Okay, they understand that it might be a bit confusing for us to read. Charles, I need you to pop off. Non-stop debate, start. Ah, they don't even talk to them these? Come on. Come on, man. We'll agree that the murder weapon was a knife. Yes. Does that really single out Jericho? You know, it's possible that your exposure to knives primed you to choose a knife as your murder weapon of choice. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. I can't believe Eden is the only one backing us up. This is crazy. And wait, too. Nope, it's definitely making Tarek suspicious. So truth bullet is down to small gun. Okay. Are you all ignoring the fact that Tariko's knife and the murder weapon are completely different knives? Let's go, Jay. Pop off. Come on, Julia. Those custom weapons have nothing to do with this case. What the fuck?
I'm telling the truth.
Perjury? The fuck? What did she do there?
I disagree.
I would be wrong to say that those custom weapons have nothing to do with this case. It's true that I didn't use that hunting knife that was given to me. Isn't the perjury the lie? Isn't that what Shuichi did in the V3? Like he would use the lies to uncover the truth? Are we doing a bit of lying, Turco? You're telling fibs? Let me see how we're doing in I'm recording. I'm worried that I'm not recording. That's not good. Yeah, Bazender did have that gun on his person. That's true, I suppose. Did you find it? That doesn't mean anything. If I was trying to kill Xander like you all claimed, why didn't he fire his gun? Ah, she's playing with them. They don't know it's fake. You should have if you want to win the fight. Exactly. Wouldn't drawing and firing his gun give him a massive advantage in the fight? That's what the lie is. Okay, I see Jericho. No, she's playing smart. I give her credit. This is smart. They don't know it's fake. They probably didn't use it. In addition, the sound of the gunshot would have alerted people to his location, where they could help him out. However, his gun is fully loaded and not a single bullet is fired. That's because he didn't want to alert people to the confrontation. Doesn't that imply that he was trying to murder me? She's pulling lies, but it's working out, I think. If he was the assailant, not the victim, then he definitely wouldn't want to draw other people's attention unless he gets caught. Yeah, no, she's talking facts right now. I still lie, of course. I'm the only one here who knows that Xander's gun is unfunctional, and she would never have been able to fire it. Yep, but I don't know it. And you know you're not the killer, so that does make sense, I suppose.
I find that hard to believe.
Well, David, I don't care. You have to believe it. You got no other choice if you want to solve this case.
Even
Still,
so,
it doesn't absolve you of your guilt. Even if Xander attacked you first, he still ended up the victim, no? You still could have been the one to kill him. Veronica, I want you to take a few steps back, drink some water, take a break. 5-minute break, 10-minute break. You can get back in an hour when we're done. You're not contributing at all. I like Veronica, but this whole trial, this whole 20 minutes that we were doing the trial, she has been useless. She has been saying stupid statements this whole time. Not a single word of use. Nothing. I'm sorry, girl. You're being useless. If anything, that merely provides evidence for your murder. He attacked you and you acted in self-defense and killed him. Girl, wake the fuck up! In no universe does Teriko survive in a fight against Xander. Only reason she lived is because Xander got freaked out from his response. It's like she wasn't there. That's
You're
not
wrong.
true. There you go, Teriko. Kick her ass. Is this really the hill you all want to die on? Convincing yourselves that I'm the killer no matter what I say? Because you will die on that hill.
so what?
Are you trying to guilt everyone? Because it's totally not working. Do you have any real proof of your innocence? Yes, this time I do. Okay. What is it? I don't. Never mind. I suppose I have to take a random guess and hope that I can use that evidence. What evidence? Random guess. The knife. Bloodstains on knife.
I'll use this.
Well, I mean, she's lucky. Oh, that's true. She's lucky. I like the roulette thing. How about the bloodstains on the knife? Take a look at that. Oh, we worked the knife together. Is there something special about those bloodstains?
Let's see.
Yes, there is. Look, the blade and the part of the handle is splattered in my blood, right? But the upper part of the handle is dry because someone's hand was holding it there. True. So?
What?
Rose, do you have your drawing of the crime scene? I do.
Yeah.
I really had to base some conclusions on a drawing. In case you have any doubts, I can guarantee that this image is 100% accurate. My memory and my drawing skills are perfect. Bro's all about beauty, but he's dabbing the ultimate, I forgot her name, forager. That works on art. That you want. Besides, for the majority of you here who witnessed the scene in person, this drawing is meant to only serve as a reminder of the evidence. Do you really think I try and fabricate a record of something that 13 of you have already seen? Yeah. Because I could not have seen this original crime scene. True, you were in the crime scene.
Anyway.
Neither of them are stained with blood. However, the back of Xander's right hand is. I do remember that being the case when we found Turk's body. What is going on with Charles? Bro, speak up, brother. Would this suggest that Xander stabbed him with a knife and his hand stained with my blood? And had his hand stained with my blood? If I had stabbed Xander in the throat, the blood spray should have at least touched my hands. Xander is the one who handled the knife, not me. That doesn't prove anything. You could have washed your hands, or you could have used a different weapon. How? She was unconscious! What? Levi, come on, not you two. That's true, but since we're on the topic of bloodstains, if you continue down this line of thinking, you'll see that I couldn't have been the murderer. Okay. I think Teriko is cooking. Non-stop debate. Alright. Just because there are certain bloodstains on the knife, doesn't mean that you are the innocent. Examining the patterns of blood in other parts of the crime scene may yield some interesting information. You could be more specific than that. There was blood everywhere. Yeah, the blood What about the blood spilled on the ground? Since the blood stains on the ground were washed off by the water, there's nothing that we can gain from those.
No,
She missed,
that's
bro.
wrong.
She hit the white noise. Who do we think is the killer here? I don't know. So far, I have no real idea, except for maybe Wit, because we have nothing on him. That blood was spilled and had time to dry before water was splashed on top of it, which explains why those bloodstains did not dissolve in the water. Okay, that's true. Yeah, they stay there. Because they are partially wiped away in spite of that. It makes sense to infer that they were intentionally removed by someone, rather than simply washing away in the water on its own. I don't get this at all. Where are you going with this? That spot between the two aisles is where I was initially stabbed by Xander, and those bloodstains are proof. Because my body was discovered in a different position, that implies that someone else moved my body while I was unconscious. The story is still
No
flawed.
chance.
Regardless of whether or not Xander was trying to kill you, you still could have somehow disarmed him and struck first. It's like these people weren't there. It's like these people were blind, and they didn't see how strong Xander was. They are forgetting, I guess. They were blind. I'm sorry. My glasses were foggy. I don't know.
You're
If Xander
wrong.
stabbed me after I attacked first, then you're telling me that a man with a severe and fatal throat injury somehow had the strength to take the knife out of his throat or from my hands and use it to attack me? Yeah, that makes no sense. I'm getting annoyed because their argument is stupid and everyone believes it. It's not possible. A one like that wouldn't have caused Xander to lose consciousness instantly, if not outright die. Okay, Arturo, which means that...
It's possible that.
Alright, David's even more stupid there. David, I'm a person capable of moving Xander's 170-pound body and scrubbing away bloodstains while I have a stab wound on my abdomen. How about I stab you, David, and see if you can do this? Unless you're suggesting I did all that first and then stab myself afterwards for fun. Even if I did that, which of us would have cleaned up my body? My blood. Yeah. Can you stop being so incredulous for a moment and listen to what I have to say first? Isn't to be so vitriolic. We're all doing our best to settle this matter. Clearly, you are not. Most of you are not doing anything. I'm really aggressive with this right now. I'm sorry. Like, I played the Eaters of Garden trial like a few days ago. And there, everyone, even though they were not, I don't think everyone is the smartest, they were trying to do something. Everyone here is like, oh, it's just Turrico. There's no point in talking. They're just, you guys have to, like, lock in. You have to wake up. You have to do something here. This is a class trial. This is not a playground. Even if you couldn't have attacked first, then it's still possible that you were stabbed by Xander first and then crawled away yourself. That would leave a huge blood trail. In that case, Xander is the one to have erased the bloodstains, right? No? Wrong? Say Xander stabbed me, yet I remained conscious and attempted to crawl away. There's no way Xander wouldn't have noticed my movement and subsequently put an end to my life for good. Even if Xander was intending to clean up those bloodstains, he would have been distracted by the more pressing matter of this murder victim escaping. However, I'm standing right in front of you all. Clearly, that did not happen. Therefore, I was unconscious the entire time and did not move myself. Because Xander is dead in spite of that, it means that someone else must have killed him. Yes. That does mean that. Even so, it's still possible that Xander attacked and injured you first, then you killed him afterwards. Veronica is about to drop at least one tier on my tier list. I did a tier list, I think before Xander died. I think she was an A tier. She's about to drop B, maybe C. We'll see. She's getting on my nerves, actually.
Seriously?
But because I definitely didn't reach you the first time, let me take the time to dismantle your argument in another way. Xander stabbed me first, and I sustained an injury significant enough to render me unconscious for many hours. Yet I was somehow able to overpower Xander and kill him in spite of that. We have seen how strong Xander is. This is why I'm getting so angry about this. We have seen how strong Xander is. We know that no one could take him on. Maybe Levi in an actual fight. Maybe Levi at this point. Clearly someone jumped him, and it wasn't Terrigo. Is that what you're saying?
It's
More difficult than one would expect to stab someone directly in the throat. Exactly! Human reflexes are naturally poised to defend a vital area such as the throat. And even against someone with a knife, people under stress still have their ways of defending themselves. That's for people with average strength. The fact that Xander was one of the stronger among us. Exactly! When you factor in how Turko was already suffering from a stab wound, and that Xander was already on guard as a result of attempting to kill Turko. Yeah, Levi? Oh, come on, man. It doesn't seem likely at all that Turko could have attacked him back in that matter. Exactly! Finally, someone realized that, yeah, this is impossible. Besides, none of you have yet addressed who could have cleaned up the bloodstains. Your arguments hold no water if you cannot accept that someone other than me was involved in this case. And before someone objects with the idea that we'll stab each other at the same time, I'd be interested in hearing what the second murder weapon was, seeing that you all surely had several hours to investigate the crime scene thoroughly. Yep, there was no other knife, it was this one. Alternatively, you can think of a way that either Xander or I could have hidden the weapon elsewhere while suffering from an open stab wound. And then have returned to the crime scene to die or pass out. Veronica, I beg you to say something useful, please. I've read up the evidence of these erased bloodstains for a good reason, as there's only 3 possibilities for who could have cleaned the bloodstains. I think Xander tried to clean the bloodstains and someone jumped him. And killed him there. I removed 1, I removed them. 2, Xander removed them. 3, someone else removed them. Hint, it's not number 1. I already proved that it couldn't have been either Xander or me. Okay, so maybe it's not Xander actually. Therefore that leaves only the third option, which is the involvement of a third party. So you're saying that someone saw... Okay, so maybe what happened is that Xander stabbed her, Turko had this whole crazy I can't die moment. Xander was freaked out. Someone was walking past the lab, saw this, had a knife on him, or went to get a knife, and sneak up on Xander and kill him. I was gonna say that Xander was trying to clean up the crime scene, and they just grabbed the knife from Turko and killed him with it, but I don't know, we'll see. Oh, come on. But, shut up! But that still doesn't definitely disprove the possibility that you killed Xander, right? Nonetheless, the fact remains that some outside influence had a heavy involvement in this case. Without knowing who this third party is, you cannot claim to know enough about this murder case in order to conclude that I am the murderer. Turko is actually popping off. I think she was like a beat here for me. She's gonna get up there. She's actually cooking. Cook these idiots. How long do you all want to do this? Bringing up hypotheticals of how I might have murdered Xander, one after another, for me to poke holes in. Yeah, she's cooking right now. I was saying earlier, don't let her cook? No, let her cook. Stop screaming around and come to your senses already. I am not the killer. Yep, now you feel stupid, huh? Can't believe Eden was the only one backing us up. When you line up the facts like that, it does kind of sound right. Then we've been wasting our efforts on the wrong person all this time, damn it! And I was totally going to make the wrong vote and get myself killed. Yeah? You think? Then Turko is not the killer. David, I also am unconvinced. There's still too much suspicion surrounding you, unfortunately. Min, I never liked you anyway. No matter how much you beg, I'm still gonna vote for you. Oh.
Hold it right there.
Oh, we do the split thing from V3? 6 of you said something, and I didn't like it.
Yay!
For Scrum debate. My, we're doing this quite early in the trial, aren't we? No matter, Steph worked overtime to get all the sexy side angle views of y'all. So without further ado, let's begin.
What the fuck?
Alright, Scrum debate. Okay, so it is inspired from V3 here. Whoa. Oh, these do look good, actually. How tall is Arturo? My god. Okay, we're fighting David as the main one. Circle the culprit. Who is on our side? Brother, where is Charles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Charles and Xander's podiums are not here. Why? They always... I'm curious, what is the point of this? Is Charles gonna be secretly the killer and he's being quiet this whole time? Is that what they're trying to do? Is it gonna be Charles, my boy Charles, is this killer? Like he's just been quiet this whole time because he doesn't know what to say. Is that what it is? Because it's been 21 minutes in this episode and we had like a few minutes in the previous episode. Charles has not said anything. They haven't given him the chance to talk at all. Now in the Scrum debate he's not present. Everyone's present in the Scrum debates, always. At least in the V3. Yeah, he's not there. Turko's body was at the scene of the crime.
Nico!
Her body was there because Xander had invited her there. Then he tried to kill her. I don't know how I feel about the defense team being cacts that I mostly don't like. It's Nico that I don't like, it's Eden. I like Ace. Are you saying that Xander is a killer? I find that difficult to believe. Well, he was going to be a killer, but he didn't. Me? Oh. Believe it or not, Starboy. Believe it or not, Starboy. You've only known Xander for a few days, so you can't guarantee that what he did was out of the ordinary. True. Very true. Who's next? Who are we beating up next? And of course, Veronica. The murder weapon was in Turko's hands. Therefore, she must have been the killer. Veronica, you're dropping down the tier list. The bloodstains on the ground and on Xander's hands tell a different story. Yep. Oh, not Levi on the enemy team. Perhaps the knife was simply a decoy and the real murder weapon was hidden somewhere else. Where? Up my ass? Are you fucking stupid? Where could Turko have hidden it, dumbass? Ace talking like that to Levi is crazy, considering he was scared of him a few days ago. Isn't it possible that Turko and Xander got into a fight? And she won? We've already proved why a fight couldn't have occurred. Maybe Turko snuck up behind the dude and gave him a stab in the neck. I think that's what happened. But it wasn't Turko. I think someone else did this. Me. Oh, never mind.
Arturo!
That stab wound killed Xander near instantly. How could he have fought back? Oh, we're fighting Mina as the final one. Then who could have moved the bodies and onto the crime scene? The killer! It was a third party who altered the crime scene. That third party is a culprit. Yep, that's the culprit. Let's go, press that button. Yes, sir! Yes, sir. Where's Charles, my man? Why is my man not doing anything? I am not the culprit, alright? I'm tired of having an argument that I already know the answer to. Regardless of whether or not you have your suspicions, you need to accept that there's a likely possibility of my innocence. Quite frankly, I don't care if you all vote incorrectly and die, but I'm doing this to save my own skin. If you have any self-preservation at all, then you start listening to me. Jericho is pumping up in the numbers here. She's getting like A, S tier. Go girl. I forgive you for the bowling statement. Keep ignoring facts and you'll be just as dead as Xander soon. This is a life and death trial, or did you all forget? I think they just forgot about that. Jericho is right. We have to listen to her story. What's gotten into you, Jericho? There's no need to be so aggressive. We just want to kill you. There's no need to be angry about it. Who? Shut the fuck up.
Stop complaining.
Forgive me for not playing nice when everyone here is calling for my execution. I can't exactly act graciously after all I've been through. Preach. I'm so pumped right now with this. Jericho, preach. Number one protagonist right here. Shut them all up. In that case, if Jericho is not the killer, then who is? One of you assholes, clearly. Where did you get the glass of water? What? Regardless of the angle that you view this case in, there's no doubt that some third party was involved. That third party will move Jericho's body and alter parts of the crime scene and are most likely culprits. And even if they are not, it is still worth our time to clear up any mysteries surrounding this murder. I think it's Charles. He has not turned around to face us this whole time. I think they are scared to show my boy Charles. He's like, I don't know what to do. I get flustered easily. If they ask me what I did, I'll confess. What's the best way of finding that third party? Checking out alibis.
Why
Yep.
don't we discuss
Oh, now
this?
you're acting smart too. Okay, now we're talking about alibis. I was investigating around with Levi. We hit up the storage room, the kitchen, the cafeteria, and then the infirmary in that order. Okay. I can back up that statement. We were together but did not see anything suspicious. So these guys are safe. Good, I like them. I was in the cafeteria and then I left and wandered around for a bit. Then some stuff happened and I did some other stuff. Not suspicious at all. But Wit did try to help us out here, so I don't know if it's actually him. What exactly is stuff? It's not detailed at all. Really making yourself look more suspicious. After dinner I went straight to my room. I like being alone. We did see you for a second. David,
Really?
didn't you say you saw Nico come into the laundry room briefly? Huh? Indeed. You came in for a few seconds while I was doing my laundry and then left immediately. Nico, can you explain what you were doing? It's not Nico. I want him to be, but it's not Nico. I shit my pants and want to wash
You
them.
can do it.
There's no need to be nervous. Explain it in these simple terms, right? Your testimony will help us solve this mystery. It isn't totally true what I said earlier. I wasn't in my room all the time. The motive was on my mind, so I was nervous. I tend to pace around when I'm nervous. That's not a problem, right? Seriously? You're just wandering around all alone? You're definitely the killer. Ace, take a step back. No, that doesn't make me the killer, because... You don't have an alibi, shut up! Ace, let him
Stop
speak.
that.
Because of what, Nico? Not the only person missing a solid alibi. Charles and Wheat don't have an alibi, Charles mentioned. David says that he has an alibi, but he was actually alone for most of the evening with no other witnesses. Nico is throwing everyone under the bus, but I respect that. Aiden and Min also left alone for some time. There could be the killers, too. Terko still has the most suspicious alibi of all. You can ignore that just because he's proved a few things. Nico, now you crossed the line. If you want to use alibis as evidence, then don't be dumb. It's not enough to say that I'm the killer, because I'm not. Don't heap blame on the rest of us simply because you're the most suspicious. No, he has a point. You went to the laundry room, you crossed that room, and you went back to the kitchen. I'm not blaming you, but I'm not the killer, so don't attack me. No, Nico is right about that. Min did move from the kitchen to the laundry room to the kitchen and then back again. Alright, I don't think this arguing... What did he say? It's the most productive use of our time. Man, I really hope I'm recording this. It would be really lame if I lost the footage, because I've been popping off in these. What the fuck? We should be working together to find the culprit, not fighting among us ourselves. How can we work together knowing that one of us is the killer? Well, that's not the right attitude to have. Can any of you prove for certain that you were not at the scene of the crime? You were there, right, Terika? Do you remember seeing any of us? Funny.
Idiot.
She had a stab wound and was unconscious. What do you think that answer is going to be, you idiot? I really want to make sure that I am recording. I am okay. Alright, good. Did you have any prophetic dream about any of us while you were under... Okay, this isn't going anywhere. Yeah, we just got patrol.
Why am I putting
There's
up
still plenty of unexamined evidence within the crime scene, you know. We can return to alibis later, because if I keep listening to all squabble, I'll have a headache. Okay, Arturo. Calm down. They'll pop a vein. Oh yeah? What variety do you have, smart stuff? I'm not going to engage with your taunts, because you're not even worth looking at when I talk to someone as unrefined as you. I still really remind you presence of the DVD in the computer lab. That is clearly an important piece of evidence, yet you all overlook it in favor of having your petty, annoying little spats. Oh, what if we actually got the motive? What if MonoTV gave someone the DVD that had info like their family and stuff like that, and they wanted to kill for that reason? They gave it to a bunch of persons like, hey, you're gonna be the killer. Congratulations. Oh man, it has to be Charles, isn't it? Because he was already giving us this whole explanation of, oh, this is a CD player, this is a DVD player. And he's not talking. And he didn't like Charles. And he saw Terika probably dead. Ah man, it's Charles, isn't it? No. 30 MOC or 3 MOC or 30 MC.
I'm not
too sure what this is either.
quite
It was
sure.
DVD placed upside down in one of the readers. There's something else cropped there. Because we were unable to play during our investigation, we don't know what's on the DVD, but it's labeled with letters on the number 3M0C. The hell does that mean? Could it be some sort of code? A cipher? How interesting. Maybe it's hexadecimal. Perhaps it translates into the name of the killer, or maybe the name of the mastermind, or maybe shut up, or maybe stop talking. Okay, this is okay. She can say this stuff. No, it's not letter or a hex. Try again.
It seems
Some of the characters. It seems like the marker comes off easily. Yeah, something goes down there. That they scrubbed it off. Therefore, I think that there was actually a full label written on the DVD. But at some point, the majority of the characters were wiped off, leaving only these 4 letters and digits. Yeah, something there is clearly wiped off. We should find what the missing letters are.
Perhaps.
Was there someone that had... What did... Let's see which list again. I'll go back to that, because maybe they had something that would be useful for this. Wait, never mind, that makes no sense. I thought Rose had an epiphany, but no. Are you asleep? Oh, why are you asleep? Rose, please wake up. There's no time for you to be sleeping. Is that what? What happened?
What's going on?
My name is? We're trying to ascertain the full message of this DVD, because it might be relevant to the case. Perhaps you can help us out? What's so difficult about it? You can't tell what the letters C, C-U-M-O mean? What? C-C-U-M-O mean? Where's she seen this?
What do you mean?
Rotate the disc 90 degrees clockwise. Oh wait, no, I meant underclockwise. Sorry. See? It definitely reads
Look at this.
C. C-U-M-O. It's Charles. It says Charles. There's something else. Computer. Monitor or something. It's for Charles. No!
Whoa!
I don't want it to be Charles.
Boring! Whoops.
It's gonna say Charles Go Computer Monitor or something. Yeah, the message though is right. It clearly has to do with that person. I don't know why you guys are having so much trouble with this. Yep. I don't get it. What's she talking about? It's not obvious to me at all. It's about Charles, the one motherfucker that has been quiet.
I understand.
Rose said the message had to do with certain someone. In that case, it's obvious to me as well. They're gonna leave us on a cliffhanger. There's one person in particular that this DVD originates from. One particularly suspicious person indeed. Select the person. Yep. He hasn't said a single word.
It must be you.
Hasn't said a single word. Charles, he was suspiciously quiet this entire time. It's not like you to stay totally silent at a time like this. So tell me. Yep. This full message in this disc is Charles Suevas. Oh yeah, that's his last name. I forgot about that. Motive, isn't it? Oh man. Ah man, it is Charles. I was saying that it's suspicious that he's so quiet. Is it really him? How many more do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 4 more episodes. I don't know. This doesn't look good. I'm not gonna do many intros. That was a good episode. I got really heated up there. But that was a good episode. This might be my favorite episode. This did feel like a class trial. I did get a bit upset with some of the characters. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, that was a solid episode. And while I don't want Charles to die, I think that's what's going to happen. Still, I hope that something happens, that this is just framing him and he didn't actually do it. A man can hope. A Charles, whoever's fan, can hope. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But until then, until the next episode, do take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.